Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. It's amazing how XRP haters will absolutely deny reality in the face of facts and circumstances. And I can only suppose that in many cases, these individuals are outright lying. Now, whether it's that or it's pure ignorance, you can't know in every single instance, but it's a sight to behold. It's just, how are some people who just happen to not like XRP so wrong so frequently about everything having to do with the XRP ecosystem? So here's a headline from the Crypto Basic. SEC can't appeal right away. Fox Business Journalist dispels Ripple case misconception. So they're highlighting here a very well-known XRP hater with over 700 followers on X and a massive following on YouTube, tons of subscribers. And there's a guy that says, hey, this isn't good, guys. You need to wake up. You need to be smart. He said you need to be smart because now, since the SEC, as you will know to this point, has dismissed the case against Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, they can appeal right away. Immediately, in fact. Immediately. But is that reality or is that just a thing he said? I'll just spoil right now. It's a thing he said. I just want to straighten some stuff up because it's time for this particular XRP hater to be corrected. He has been corrected, in fact. And it's times like this where I'm extra thankful I have the platform that I can help to spread the message. Because some of these people, these XRP haters, some of them have such massive audiences. They're just tricking people by outright lying or through just complete ignorance, whatever it is. Again, whatever the intent is. I can't know for sure the intent in many cases. But I have an opportunity to straighten this out, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to highlight first a pattern of this guy just despising XRP. And why? Well, as is usually the case, folks, because reasons. People are tribal AF. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby, and just for fun. And so before we get to the news yesterday, in which, and by the way, the individual in question is Rand Neuner of the Crypto Banter Show, previously had a show on CNBC, actually, so very well known in the world of crypto, one of the more famous individuals. He said that the SEC can actually appeal immediately, which literally is not true. So look at the track record, because I think that previous behavior matters. It's not an instance of just getting something wrong, because I can get something wrong. You listening to this, you can get something wrong. We're all human, right? But is that an instance of him just getting something wrong? Well, maybe. But there's such a track record that I don't know for sure, because he's just been spouting all sorts of untruths for over half a decade. Here's a headline from Cointelegraph. Crypto Banter's Rand Neuner says Ripple is despicable. Oh, how about that? And that's August of this year, so you already know exactly where he stands, right? But let's go back further. Here's a headline from May 17th of 2018, so now we're back over half a decade. And this headline from CNBC is, cryptocurrency investor names his favorite and least favorite digital currencies. And when he gets to talking about XRP, first of all, this article calls it Ripple. And here's how it reads. Definitely a sell, the crypto trader said of Ripple. And again, referencing XRP, he's calling it Ripple. I'm throwing it in the garbage, Neuner said. Yep, that's a direct quote. Rand Neuner in May of 2018 said, I'm throwing it in the garbage. And then the piece reads as follows. While he pointed out that Ripple the company is, quote, one of the best companies I know, end quote, he said its token, the XRP, is not. I can't find a use for the token, he said. XRP is also a centralized token, which Neuner said defeats the point of blockchain technology. I'm out, he said. So there you go. At that point, mind you, even in 2018, it was not hard to find use cases for XRP. He just didn't do it. And he went on national television. This isn't just an article. He went on national television and stated this. He's just throw it in the garbage. I can't figure out what's going for. Loud noises. That's basically. But when I see him say this crap, I'm like, oh, my God, what kind of uncivilized animal are you? And by the way, actually, just for fun, I'm sharing what's on your screen right now. This is actually a short video clip that I took because I actually saw Rand Neuner live. This is October 24th is when I posted this, 2018. So this is a couple months before I had even posted my or even launched my YouTube channel. It's a couple months before that, but I was at Crypto Invest. What is this called? Crypto Invest Summit. Hold on, it's gonna pan back. Crypto Invest Summit. That's what it was called. This is in Los Angeles, and I just thought I'd highlight this because, well, Rand Neuner was right there. While I was searching for stuff from Rand Neuner, I came across this. I was just using the advanced search function, and I came across this video clip I took while I was at this conference in October 2018. And this is at close to the lows of the bear market. Not a great sentiment. And if you're looking at the video, you can see this entire big ass room is almost entirely empty. No one was paying attention to crypto, even more so back then. So even if you consider us to be towards the depths of the bear market, I argue we're out of the bear market. We just haven't gone on the euphoric run yet. The depths of the bear market 5 years ago versus what we saw at the end of last year, it's not even close. There were like 5 people listening to crypto, paying attention to crypto in 2018. That's Rand right there. Here I'll go back to. Yeah, that's him right there. So it was kind of interesting, and so there was the whole sit down, and he filmed the show he's running in the what was it called, CNBC Crypto Trader. Yeah, he did a live performance there on stage anyway, but it was just kind of fascinating to see it. So I know it's a little off topic, but I just thought I'd mention that just because it's this sort of thing, like the behaviors back then, it's just not even close to what you see today. And so it's kind of funny. I forgot that I even posted this over half a decade ago. And then there was this screen grab from Rand Neuner. This is from January 1st, 2021. So this is just over a week after the SEC sued Ripple. Here's the post from Rand Neuner. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that by June 2021, XRP won't be in the top 10 coins and by the end of 2021, it won't be in the top 20. No doubt either way, this tweet will haunt me. Ah, yes, it shall haunt you, because that was nonsense. Might your bias be seeping into what you're actually stating here? And then there was also this. Not even 100,000 people on a coordinated pump and dump group can pump XRP. And that was January 30th, 2021. Now, of course, he said that, and then XRP went on to run up to almost $2. So, nothing can make XRP pump. It's going to be out of the top 10, and then it's going to be out of the top 20. Except it ran to $2, and it ran perfectly in correlation with Bitcoin. So how about that? So is this bias seeping out? I'd say so. He doesn't want XRP to be something that is successful. He doesn't like it. And so he's telling and he's now got 722,300 followers on X. And then there was this. You guys remember that there's a copycat company, at least in part, copying what Ripple is doing. The company is called Strike, founded by Jack Mallers, who is a Bitcoin maximalist. And his company is utilizing an inferior tech stack, to facilitate cross-border transactions. So instead of using superior technology, which would be XRP, as the bridge currency, he's using Bitcoin and Lightning Network. That's what Jack Mallers is doing. But he's trying to solve the same problem that Ripple's trying to solve. And so here you have, on April 10th of last year, Rand Neuner stating the following. Serious question. If Jack Mallers implements what he presented at Bitcoin 2022, and it allows users to send from any fiat currency to any fiat currency with instant finality and no costs, what is the use case for XRP? And so I just read that. I just read that, and I'm just rolling my eyes. I'm like, and so I'm not going to read my whole thread. So if you want to read my whole thread in response to him, it's on your screen. Just pause right here. I'm just going to read the first part, and I wrote the following. Because mind you, Ripple was doing this first, and then Strike jumped in, and I wrote, if Ripple continues to implement on-demand liquidity, utilizing XRP as a bridge currency, what is Jack Mallers' use case with Strike and Lightning Network? And so I just kind of reverse the question, because he says again, because like Ripple's been doing what they've been doing at that point, even better part of a decade, utilizing XRP as a bridge currency ultimately. And then a copycat company comes along using Bitcoin instead of XRP. And then the question is, well, what's the purpose of Ripple now? And I say, no. Ripple was here first. What's the point of Strike? Ripple's already doing this. It doesn't make any sense. So then we get to what we had to literally yesterday here. We had the fantastic news that Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larson, the case against them has been dismissed. It's another major loss for the SEC. And then Rand Neuner is spreading misinformation. So whether this is out of pure ignorance or it's intentional because he's tribal and he just despises XRP, he's got a big track record going against XRP. And so here's what he posted yesterday. Why are crypto celebrating the SEC backing out of the Ripple case? All it means is that now the SEC can appeal the case sooner. Previously, they had to wait until the end of the case, but now that they dropped the case, they can appeal immediately. Be smart. And so I'm going to share with you my response and then Attorney Deaton's. Here's what I wrote. The SEC filed a document to Judge Torres blatantly stating that they will not seek to appeal the decision that XRP is not a security. If you think that the SEC being able to appeal sooner is harmful, you're sorely mistaken. It makes no difference. Additionally, even if the SEC appeals other parts of the case, and even if they're successful, that ruling would only apply to transactions that Ripple was a part of, not transactions on secondary markets. We already won. And I'll note here, so he's got way more followers than me. He's got 722,000 followers. I have currently 111,000 followers. But I wanted to note that because gloriously I ratioed him. He got 705 likes on his post, and I ratioed him because I got 898 likes, at least to this point, on my post, which is seen far fewer times. And that's because to the public viewing all of this, it's just another indication that what he's spouting is absolute utter nonsense. It's just ridiculous. He's got about 7 times as many followers as me, and I got more. Okay, come on. He's saying just say stuff that's true, and then we don't have to worry about this. Stop saying biased stuff. Stop being tribal. It's not helping anything. And by the way, and if I can mention this too, one thing sort of to his credit. So after that May 2018 appearance on national television where he said XRP, can't figure out, it doesn't have a use case, throw it in the garbage. That's what he actually said. Executives at Ripple invited him to the headquarters to explain their use case with XRP as a bridge currency, and he walked away from that admitting that XRP had a bridge currency, or had a use case rather, as a bridge currency. He said there's actual utility there, but then he still didn't like it. He said, well, I don't like the tokenomics of XRP, and he just went back to what he was doing, saying a bunch of nonsense stuff, crapping all over XRP. It's what he is. It's what he does. I'm just reporting, man. I'm just observing what he's doing and talking about it because he's out here influencing people, lots and lots of people. So I just, when there are influencers with massive followings like this and they say a bunch of nonsense, I'm going to push back against their terrible ideas. That's it. That's just how this works. This is social media. This is YouTube. It's totally fair game. Here's what Attorney John Deaton had to say. And he's pretty nice about this. He said, although Rand is correct that an appeal by the SEC will happen sooner because the SEC chose to dismiss the case against Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson because the April 2024 trial will not happen, it is incorrect to say the SEC can appeal immediately. The penalty phase of the case must occur first. Let me provide some perspective. The summary judgment decision in Library was handed down on November 7th, 2022. The final judgment that became appealable was entered on July 11th, 2023, 8 months after the ruling. The appeal was filed September 7th, 2023. During those 8 months, there was additional discovery, including interrogatories, requests for production of documents, bank statements, etc., and deposition testimony, all followed by filing written briefs and conducting oral argument. In Library, the SEC started out wanting $23 million in fines, disgorgement, etc. But in the end, the SEC asked for $130,000 fine. Arguing over $23 million took 8 months. In the Ripple case, we're talking about $770 million. Ripple will argue ODL transactions should be exempt along with legitimate business costs, salaries, advertising, travel, insurance, etc. The SEC wants the whole $770 million to make up for being embarrassed, including having to dismiss the bogus charges against the executives it could never prove. There will be no immediate appeal. Finally, the SEC didn't dismiss the case because it wanted to get to a faster appeal. It dismissed the case because it didn't have a chance in hell to win and the witness list of subpoenas for certain individuals to testify was going to be interesting, to say the least. Yeah, so Attorney Deaton's obviously spot on, and had this gone forward, you even would have seen, for instance, Bill Hinman, obviously, there would have been a subpoena for him, and undoubtedly he would have had to have been a part of that portion of the trial. Was the SEC really going to go through that? Would that have been a benefit to them? Obviously, this going after Brad and Chris, it was always just the SEC but being a bunch of asshat pricks, terrible creatures, just strong-arming Brad and Chris. That was the intent, and it bit them on the rear side. It did not work out. And so, no, there will not be an immediate appeal. How can one person get so many things so consistently wrong about XRP over such a long period of time? Like, it's just astonishing to me Rand Neuner gets so many things just disastrously wrong. So, is he actually that bad at recognizing reality and supposing what markets are doing? Or is it because his pure bias is seeping out and it's resulting in him saying things to his massive following that aren't in line with reality? And saying things that aren't, the most likely to occur within the XRP ecosystem. Might it be that? Yes, that would be exactly what it is. Then there was also, I wanted to just highlight this real quick. There's an article also from the Crypto Basic, SEC not dropping other charges against Ripple as Gensler still wants a fight. Okay, I just wanted to address this real quickly. They cover in that article, they covered this post from Fox Business journalist Eleanor Terrett, which reads as follows. New sources close to the SEC tell me that while the charges against Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson have been dropped, all other parts of the case, including classification of all offers and sales of XRP as an investment scheme, remain on the table. Seems Gary Gensler isn't going down without a fight. And so that's actually correct. But some people read that and were thinking, wait a minute, all other parts of the case, including classification of offers and sales of XRP as an investment scheme, it remains on the table. So XRP, they are going to say XRP is a security? No. That's not what she's even asserting that her source is saying there. That's not the case. So I just wanted to clear this up real quick. We're talking about all the transactions that specifically pertain to Ripple, not whether or not XRP itself is a security. The SEC already stated that they will not challenge Judge Torres' decision that XRP itself is not a security. And here's them actually stating that. This is from a legal brief filed by the SEC August 18th, 2023, over a month after the decision from Judge Torres came down in the Ripple case. Page 22. It reads as follows. The SEC did not argue here or in Terraform that the asset underlying those investment contracts were necessarily a security, and the SEC does not seek appellate review of any holding relating to the fact that the underlying assets here are nothing but computer code with no inherent value. And so there you go. That's the SEC literally saying, yeah, we're not going to seek appeal. We don't need appellate review here. XRP, it's just computer code. Yeah, we're not disputing this. Folks, that's the same thing as blatantly stating XRP is not a security. We, the SEC, do not believe, and are not arguing XRP is a security. That's the same argument right there. So as far as what Eleanor Terrett shared here, it's correct. The SEC is going to challenge everything under the sun. That's what the source says, and it's believable. There could be a settlement still. I don't pretend to know, but the point is what the source is saying is believable. It could be the case. And again, it just is it has to do with the transactions specifically touching Ripple. In this case, the programmatic sales. Now, the SEC will lose on this if they push on it. Of course they will. But that's what's being discussed here, not whether XRP itself is a security, not whether secondary market transactions that you and I might engage in. It's not whether our transactions would be part of this. It's purely those that Ripple's offering. That's it. So we're still we already won, folks. We don't. That's it. So there we go. I'm glad I have this channel so I could straighten up, just kind of sweep up this mess here. Man, it's a lot of work cleaning up with these messy, toxic Bitcoin maximalists. And Rand Neuner, he's not a Bitcoin maximalist.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri, you little bitch, I am not talking to you. Shut the hell up. God damn, that is so rude of her. Little bitch ass bitch. So I hate it when that happens, man. Damn it. But no, I understand. Rand Neuner, he's not actually, he's just an XRP hater. He's not actually a maximalist. But so frequently on this channel, I have to clean up after the toxic Bitcoin maximalists and the outright XRP haters, and he's certainly the latter. That's for sure. Anyway, that's it. I'll let you know when he says another stupid thing about XRP. It's inevitable. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.